of congestion in Kisii town. Quite an allegation that the elites of Kisii have decided to grab public land in this county.
That's a very, John, that's a very loaded question. I've had a very extensive experience in dealing with land management issues when I was the ambassador for United Nations on environment, and I was able to not only negotiate conventions, but I was also able to negotiate environmental issues where water and sanitation is part and parcel of environmental issues. Secondly, when I was the ambassador for United Nations on habitat, one of the things that I negotiated extensively before I joined to run for senatorship is the new urban agenda. And the new urban agenda is one that deals with the Afri-cities, and you could see one of the experiences that we see extensively in Kisumu when we had a conference there, is that when you make what you call spatial planning, you are able to order not only the town like Kisii into a much more acceptable and much more valuable. In fact, you enhance the value of land. You enhance, it doesn't matter, people are scrambling for first line land. You can be able to order the town or the municipality now into a level where it can be able to accommodate people in a much more convenient way. And one of the most important elements that you need to deal with is the question of sanitation. And when you have proper sanitation, you attract investment for people to come and be able to put their investments and put their money there because they feel they are in a safe environment. And if you don't do that, and then you risk the element of turning the whole town into a slum. And this is the biggest headache, the biggest problem. Obviously, one has got to know how to treat the effluents, whether from the sludge that goes to Rihanna site, or from the factories that may have been set up that are discharging the effluent to rivers which are toxic and therefore causing hazards for health. And some of these areas you need to examine them because they are environmental hazards that you need to deal with. And therefore, I have a wealth of experience that when I take the office, I'll then apply, first of all, the spatial planning, not only for the Kisii town, but for other urban centers like Ogembo, Nyamache, Nyamarambe, Marani, Suneka. They need to be properly planned so that when the development takes place in an orderly fashion. And that's the only way you can attract. First of all, it enhances the value for land. And secondly, it attracts the investments not only from the local investors, but also from the diaspora. Right. There's so much interest by the diaspora to invest in this county. But when they look at the provisions of health and sanitation being supplied, they are a bit not the standard they want to reach. Okay. And therefore it's my intention, having had a very expansive and very rich experience in these areas. I've negotiated the conventions, the new urban agenda, I've negotiated the climate change convention, I've negotiated the biodiversity convention, which again deals with natural biological agents. See, it's so extensive that I can take the whole day lecturing on what must be done.
All right.
But in brief, I intend to turn this town to a habitable position.
Okay. Going through Kisii town on Chiri, you meet a lot of traders in this town. And Kisii people are known to be hardworking, of course, being an agriculturally productive county. There's a question of access to credit facilities for the traders in Kisii County. How do you intend to address that?
Okay, thank you, John. Kisii town traders, me being one of them, the point is that business has gone down. And the reason why business has gone down is that our clients have no money in their pockets. The economy is bad. As I told you earlier, my political ideology is to rudi shambani. Kisii is very rich in terms of land. And as you have put it, John, Kisii people, we are hardworking. And being hardworking, the only thing that we miss is that money out of the hard work that we have. So to improve businesses in Kisii town, before we look at the loans or credit facilities, let us look at our clients. By empowering these farmers, as I said earlier, by having 5 bonuses, 5 pays every month, and 5 bonuses every end of the year, you can see the mamambogas, the farmers moving around, trying to utilize the money they have got. So the first thing I can do for my Kisii people is that increasing the purchase power of our clients. Once the purchase power has been increased, now the business can boom well, and we can easily access the loans from various institutions. But let me take this approach for the loans. When you access Kisii County, the one institution that is the largest is not Mwalimu Sacco. It's not salaried people, but it's an institution of border riders, of which one of them is me. We are 120. So by putting these border riders and strengthening their circles, I'm very sure by end of 5 years, we'll have Kisii border circle doing loans to traders, doing loans to employed people more than Mwalimu Sacco. Thank you.
All right. Bishop, access to credit facilities for the traders of Kisii County or people doing business in this county.
I wish you could have extended your question to cover farmers.
Go ahead. They're also traders.
Surely, how I wish the framers of our constitution did a great mistake to have devolved agriculture. They did societal job. Agriculture should not have been developed and healthy, and I call upon men and women of this country to reconsider even going for a referendum to take back these 2 dockets. Agriculture in Kisii is totally dead. Agriculture should be looked at like a business. Now, how can farmers improve their yields if the extension officers never visit farmers? When these developed units came into being, agriculture died. The new leadership which took office in Kisii in particular, you ask any farm around it, they will tell you they have never seen an agricultural extension officer. The current leadership employed quacks instead of employing experts. When I take over, I will employ experts in the agricultural sector, animal husbandry, and they will do it. I interact with the people every day. They wish agriculture remained the national level, because a country without food sufficiency, that is a dangerous. That is a timed bomb. So there is no agriculture currently in Kisii. So first we empower farmers by giving them education. From there, then we will talk about how to give them loans. But currently, they have never seen for the last 10 years. There are people who have been given a responsibility in the agriculture sector. They don't know anything. I'm talking through experience, and I know what I'm talking about. People who are managing agriculture. We had our school, our very new school here, when I was a kid in primary, 1965. That school, ADC, we used to come there. It was wonderful. Animals were wonderful. But these days, it is dead. Go there. It is no longer there. So first, before talking of giving loans, we must empower farmers by giving them the right skills to rule people who are knowledgeable. Don't give somebody with the mechanical knowledge to man agriculture docket.
Okay.
Like they are doing now. in Kisii County.
All right.
It is terrible.
Okay.
It is terrible. How I wish these two dockets, Herity and Agriculture, are taken back to the national government.
All right.
Thank you very much.
And I'm sure we'll talk about value addition for agricultural products, and also health will also come up, and you tell us your plan for health in Kisii County.
Yes.
But Dr. Ongeri, Professor Ongeri, before you even speak about access to credit facilities for traders in this county,